It's Paladin Null, and I'm here with my friend CPQ.
I just showed him what a Visco girl is.
And I begged us to please do anything other than continue to listen to whatever a Visco girl is.
Paladin, where's your hydro flask? Why don't you have a hydro flask, Paladin? Anu, and I oop. What a fucking mood.
Like I checked the second one, but chugging the remainder of a drink.
That
Goes
was like
down,
half
grabs
a
something,
drink.
cracks open, chugs the rest of the drink.
Anu.
Hey, Callie. Welcome out to the stream. Why are you stressed?
Because we started talking about Visco girls, right? That's
They're the worst people.
they are. They're bringing back Crocs and Patagonia.
You made it in time, Paranoia. Also, what the fuck?
You're welcome.
Visco, just don't.
And scrunchies.
Don't worry
They're
about
bringing
it.
back scrunchies.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
However,
Don't worry about it.
However, you can get scrunchies now because they're coming back. No, I'm excited about scrunchies. I like scrunchies because they don't ruin your hair.
I haven't even started moving it
Okay.
yet.
But yeah, I want a scrunchie. Scrunchies were cute.
All right. That's right. The next thing we were planning on doing is either hanging out with Mayu or Yuna. So, Callie, you're new to this.
Yay!
Maybe because YouTube wants to delete the chat message?
I don't get it. What chat message is being deleted?
I don't know what chat message is being deleted.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do.
I know them. So messages on the screen disappear over time now because we're in the big screen.
Yeah.
Those messages only show up for a period and then they disappear again.
This one has a different layout. See? Has the Visco girls.
But you're new to the stream.
Dating sim.
This is CPQ.
Hi.
She's my girlfriend.
Whose favorite? Excuse you.
You're my only girlfriend.
As far as I know. He doesn't have time for another girlfriend. What am I talking
I
about?
don't really have enough time for you.
That's fair. I finally put my little fairy girl on a necklace. I got her from a bath bomb.
Like private message on YouTube?
Oh, that's upsetting.
Oh, that's weird. I don't know. First off, does YouTube even have private messaging anymore?
They do now.
Oh, now?
Yeah.
They used to not have. They used to have private messaging, and then it disappeared, and I guess they must have brought it back in a new form.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is DnDating Sim, Ace Academy.
Yeah. There.
Huh.
No one's ever sent me a message though.
Oh yeah,
so.
I've never actually used the
it's
message feature.
Under the notifications tab.
Okay, see, I don't use my notifications.
Yeah, I'm about
I
to
don't
turn
use
mine
YouTube
off.
notifications.
It's constantly alerting me to things that I don't
Constantly
care
alerting the
about.
guards. Colonel, I'm trying to sneak around, but my YouTube messages are dummy thick. But YouTube is dummy thick, and the clap from my messages keeps alerting the guards.
What about the alert from my messages?
Huh?
I think the alert from
They
my
keep
messages.
clapping the guards. No. They've had that since
And
over
I
a
oop,
year
and
now.
I oop.
Ah, okay. I don't use the feature,
I
so I guess I haven't really used it. Most of my messaging to anybody goes through Discord because, you know, YouTube's impossible to use, I guess, as
I
I
have
mentioned.
300 TikTok followers now.
Congratulations! Yay! Let's describe what DnDating Sim is.
Oh yeah, that's something we haven't done yet.
So,
Where's your coin?
my coin?
Yeah, you have a coin too.
Yes, I do have a coin, which is what we'll actually be using for this first one.
Because it's only 2.
So, DnDating Sim is a, the instant messaging might not be around much longer.
Boo.
But, the coin and the die is all part of something that we do called DnDating Sim, which is, September 18th will be the death day. I know it's been gone on, I think it's been gone on, PC for a while, or at least I haven't been able to find it on PC. Because I tried to message somebody about something recently and I couldn't. But DnDating Sim is a thing we do where we're playing a dating sim, obviously, and all choices are made by random number generation, via either, in this case, a coin, a D20, or if it's not, or if
any
it's
of the other clicky clacks.
yeah, any of the
Click-clack.
other clicky clacks, which I've got there.
Clicky clack.
Or if it's not an even number, it's also...
I get to do it.
3.
So she can roll odd numbers, I can roll even numbers, and every decision we make is determined this way. The only decision that is not determined, the only things that we have full control over are every single person, including you, Callie, gets 1 veto and 1 reroll. Rerolls are used if you didn't like what we rolled. Let's say, I mean, you don't know these characters, so you don't really have a horse in this race, but let's say somebody really wanted to hang out with Yuna today, but we rolled for Mayu. Well, that person is going to have a chance to re-roll that thing. It doesn't necessarily mean that they get what they want, it just means that we roll again. But if somebody really wanted to hang out with Yuna instead of Mayu, they can veto the re-roll before the re-roll happens, and the person whose re-roll is used up... Hey, Agent 7, welcome out to the stream.
Hi.
The re-roll is used up, or the re-roll is given back, but the veto is used up.
Yeah.
Why don't we just get right into it instead of trying to explain it right now? So,
That was a good overview, though.
it was a
Much
quick overview. With that being said, give me heads and tails. As a reminder, the iguana is heads,
It really still does not look like an iguana to me.
and the level up is tails.
It still does not look like...
It's iguana games. It's just supposed to be like the spine of an iguana. It's like stylized. That's the iguana's head. See, there's the eye.
Oh, I can see it now. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's an iguana.
Mine are still in their little plastic envelopes. All right, I'm gonna go with top to bottom, Mayu's heads and Yuna's tails.
Mayu is head, Yuna is tails. All
Yeah.
right, and the coin is flipped. Tails.
Tails. We're hanging out with Yuna today.
Hanging out with Yuna, unless somebody wants to reroll.
Do, 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 do,
So this is the point where you would be able to choose if you wanted to reroll. And to reroll, all you have to do is type reroll in chat. That would make us do it again. Keep in mind, you only get 1 a stream. I think I might just go ahead and, like, with as low numbers as we typically get for these, you get 1 for the first hour of the stream, and everybody gets theirs back by the second hour of the stream. We're not going to make it provincial. So don't bother saving your reroll. Use it within the first hour, because you get it another one in the second hour, but they don't stack. That's the rule.
Yeah, no stack.
There's no, like, you can't have 2 rerolls in the second hour. You can have a reroll in the first hour and a reroll in the second, a veto in the first, a veto in the second.
Oh, we're doing the...
Or no.
Vetoes too?
No, not the vetoes, sorry. We're not doing the vetoes, just the rerolls.
Okay. I was about to say, that's new.
Vetoes have got to mean something because they're that finite.
Okay, yeah. Paranoia just messaged us this picture.
Messages on YouTube are going away September 18th.
Yeah, because I haven't... Yeah, I didn't see that notification. Okay.
I had no clue that was happening.
Well, I guess that means I'll never get a message on YouTube. No one's ever messaged me. It's okay, I don't do anything on YouTube but
So-
watch creepy stuff.
With that being said, we're hanging out with Yuna.
I'm drinking spiked seltzer, which is totally a thing a Visco girl would do. I can see it.
And I'm drinking rosé. I wonder if Yuna's still trying out different clubs. The last couple of times I went with her, it was pretty fun. Let's see what she's up to.
I know rosé is delicious, but I would love to have some rose wine. Like, I love rose flavored things.
I dial Yuna's number. She seems out of breath when she answers. Hey Yuna, checking out the new clubs today? By the way, our main character, we got to name him. His name is Kevin McKevin, and he sounds like a fucking dork.
Yeah.
She chuckles.
I've decided on what I want to do.
Oh, really? What did you choose?
Tennis.
Tennis.
Or, is it this one?
Oh yeah, it's V, the V key.
Self-voicing enabled. I grin.
Which we can also make it do this.
Kevin McKevin, is that what you're doing now?
Which is silly. And it's gonna get another lap. But that's the only time we're gonna lap it because I was recently editing the best bits for this.
Yeah.
And more than half of it was just voice.
Just us laughing.
Just the auto voice.
Actually, I decided to participate in the tennis open league
Self-voicing
today.
disabled.
Does that mean you're gonna try out for the school league next year?
Maybe. I'm not sure yet. It's still a huge time commitment, but I can always drop in on club matches. Want to come watch?
I recall how Yuna schooled me in tennis the last time we played. There's no chance there's no chance this will be a boring event. Sure, I'll meet you at the courts.
Okay, see you soon.
We hang up the phone and I make my way to the rec center. Huh?
What?
Huh?
Huh?
That's a
Oh man, that
Kevin McKevin, huh?
that auto voice or self-voicing is hilarious.
Self-voicing enabled.
Huh?
The event has a strong turnout, and while the spectator space is not as large
not
as our
funny for
other
this
venues, more than half of the seats are filled.
Not funny for this one.
I scan the crowd of students lining the tennis courts in search of Yuna. She's off on her own, leaning into a runner's stretch.
Stretch. The way that it accentuates certain words is just so weird.
It is.
Remember, what? I-S, that.
Kevin McKevin, hey, Yuna.
Yuna. Yuna.
Her face lights up when she sees me.
Oh, she's so cute.
We've seen her in this before.
I know, but she's still
You're
so
here.
cute.
Thanks
I
for
forgot how
coming.
cute she was.
Kevin McKevin, I wasn't going to miss out on another chance to watch you wipe the floor with your opponents.
Turn it off. That's enough.
that
That's
is
enough.
enough.
Disabled.
She laughs.
It won't be so easy this time. I recognize some of the students from the Ace Tennis League. There's a good chance I'll have to play
Tickle
against them.
I take another look at the students holding tennis rackets. Most of them keep to themselves. They wear solemn faces and quietly stretch. A small group of students are gathered in a circle. Those must be the league members. I don't think I know who any of them are. Yuna pauses and points out one she
That
recognizes.
girl with short hair is also a second year and a pretty strong player on the team. She's actually from my hometown. We trained together in high school.
The girl is one of the only students with a smile on her face. She rolls her wrists and lets her racket hang loosely by her
The guy
side.
to her left is a first year. He just made it onto the team, so he's still in training.
As Yuna gives me the stats on her opponents, her demeanor changes. Her posture relaxes and her eyes glance alertly around the court. She'd fit right in with the rest of us in the pre-combat room if she were a pilot.
And that small guy beside them is actually their star player.
Really?
I'm gonna get fly swatter. There's just like, there's one like tiny gnat fly and it just keeps flying around. It's so small and it's so annoying.
I glance skeptically at him. He looks like a high schooler who's still waiting to go through puberty.
Yeah, he's a third year and captain of the tennis team. In fact, she
Yuna points again at the first
will
girl.
probably take his place as captain next year. He's also left-handed.
That's me.
And that
I
means...
should have worked harder on my backhand.
Probably.
So it sounds like those few are the only real challenges here.
That's only as far as I know. There may be some hidden diamonds nobody knows about.
She's so cute.
You'll do great anyway. I doubt there will be any surprises. Just keep your head in the game. Keep your head in the game.
Gotta
Gotta
get your head in the game. We gotta get her head in the game. We still gotta watch the third one.
I don't
And then we
really
have-
want to do the work today.
I don't really want to do the work today. I don't
today.
really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today.
I don't really want to watch High School Musical 3. I
Why?
don't really want to watch High School Musical 3.
Okay, we could watch High School Musical 3, or we could watch Sharpay's Grand Adventure.
That one sounds worse. That one sounds much worse. Sharpay is the worst character.
She really is.
All right, top to bottom.
1.
You'll do great anyway. Does anybody want to reroll? I want to reroll.
I'm good. I'm good with this one.
I was thinking about making a bard recently,
Yeah?
just because I've never actually looked at bards.
I love bards.
We play a lot of D&D. Specifically, we play D&D once a week. But that facilitates a lot of D&D because most groups only meet like once a month.
That's fair. I didn't know that, but that's fair, I guess.
It's different from group to group. Once a week is pretty normal as well. But like in a world of people who have a lot of lives and a DM who can't get around all the time,
Yeah.
once a month is a not too crazy one, or twice a month is not
Well,
too crazy.
I feel like we're also kind of different in the fact that we meet online. We don't have to find the
that's
same
also
place.
true. Having to find a place makes that so much harder. Admittedly,
That's why Paranoia was so hard, because no
Mhm.
one's house had enough room for all of us, so we rented a room at the university.
yep. We could have also probably played Paranoia at the castle. Except we all met really, really late at night for Paranoia.
Yeah, that's fair. Well, not that late. It was like 8.
That's bought my. That's not my kind of game, so I'll go. All right, see you later, Callie.
All right.
I'll probably be back tomorrow with maybe the finale of Zelda, so look forward to that.
Like,
Well, even if they are, you don't have to worry about them. I've seen firsthand what you can do, and I know you'll win this thing. She blushes.
thanks.
Also, for anybody who hasn't watched my Legend of Zelda stream, I'm playing through Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, you'll note that the archives are not up on this channel, because archives are now moving to my second channel, which is...
And the link is in the description, correct?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm
we
working
should
on it.
Probably do that.
But it's Paladino archive. I think Paladino full streams on YouTube. The spectators are being ushered to their seats as the organizers announce the first match. I better go so I can claim a good seat. Yuna nods. The first few rounds are between students I don't know. I half-heartedly watch the matches as they all kind of bleed together.
What a mood.
Finally, Yuna's first match is up. I sit up in my seat and wave as she walks onto the court. She smiles in acknowledgement. Her opponent is a random student I don't recognize. I settle back into my seat. This will probably be a quick match. As I predicted, Yuna demolishes the poor guy.
Good job.
Soon, the second round of matches begins, and Yuna is pit against the first-year Team League player. He scowls at Yuna, but she seems undisturbed. In the end, Yuna demolishes him too. He stomps off the stage as I cheer along with the rest of the crowd for Yuna.
Let's do one.
When she's matched with her girl from the tennis team, the two of them nod in respect for each other. Yuna grips her racket tightly. A look of concentration replaces the smile on the opponent's face. They're more evenly matched. I assume because they're used to each other's style and know each other's strengths and weaknesses. Though Yuna claims to be out of practice, she still comes out victorious with a 2-point lead. Finally, the two remaining contenders are Yuna and the third-year captain of the Ace Tennis League.
How does she come out 2 points ahead when tennis points are 5, 15, and 30?
They probably mean like 2 hits ahead.
That's fair.
Because at the very end, there's you do 5, 10, 30, but if you're both at 30,
5,
then
10,
it's advantage, not advantage, advantage,
Okay.
not advantage, advantage, and not advantage. You have to have advantage and then win advantage to actually win during a
Okay.
final tie.
Okay.
My parents played a lot of tennis when I was a kid. So like, yeah, if you get past I think what is it? It's 5. I think it's like 5, 15, 30, and then match point.
Yeah.
What's it called? If you get there and your opponent is like not tied with you by the time you get to 30, when you get past 30 to 60, that's what it is. When you get past 30 to 60, then you win that match. But if you and somebody else are both at 30, then you just gain advantage. And if they get a point on you before you can get another point, then it's back to 30 all.
Okay.
Tennis is weird like that, but simultaneously it's kind of cool. Because what it really means is the only person that can win isn't the person that got lucky and got first serve. It's the person who can prove that they can both win points on serves and returning.
Okay.
That's why being an ace isn't necessarily the best thing in the world, because you can only ace while you serve.
Yeah.
You can't ace a return. I never realized it before. Tennis is actually really fucking fascinating. I need to go watch Prince of Tennis again. It's a good anime.
They ready their rackets. You haven't read this one yet?
No, I haven't. They ready their rackets as Yuna gives the first serve. Just like when I played against her, her racket connects to the ball in a resounding crack. It speeds across the net in a blur, but her opponent seems to be waiting for the ball and easily returns her serve. They continue to volley the ball back and forth. I lean forward in my seat, holding my breath. He strikes towards Yuna's left and her backhand misses.
No.
The audience lets out a collective gasp. The match is almost engaged. The match is almost engaging.
What a mood.
Their match is the most engaging. Their match is the most engaging as the two of them dart across the court. They are tied, and the last point wins the match. Ultimately, Yuna misses another backhand strike, and her opponent is named the victor. You can't be tied and one person win the match. You have to go through advantage. Oh well. I feel like they're just not paying attention to the actual rules of tennis.
Yeah.
I race back down the courts. Yuna and the captain are speaking, and as I approach, I catch the tail end of their conversation.
Did you try out for the league this year?
Yuna shakes her head.
No, I was focused on my studies and was worried the league might be too much of a time commitment.
No wonder I haven't seen you play before. I'll admit I was really impressed by your skills. You should try out for the league next year. I'm positive you'll make it onto the team.
Yuna smiles politely.
Thank you for the offer. I'll definitely keep that in mind.
I hope you do.
By the way, Paladin,
Mm-hmm.
I don't really expect a game to know the rules of tennis when that same game had an option for us that said "tiggle bitties."
You've got a point. Or an option that was quite literally just the word boobs.
Yeah.
But then again, can't a game be multifaceted?
That's fair.
I feel like you're chilly. I'm burning up right now.
Take off your fucking shirt and put on a tank top.
That requires getting up.
God.
If I get up at any point in time during this stream to use the restroom or do something else, I will come back with a tank top on.
Don't worry, I'll be super hot in a minute.
He glances my way, then excuses himself. Hey, Yuna. She whirls around to face
Oh,
me.
hey.
Am I allowed to wear this on stream?
I assume so.
God, I hope so.
You're great out there. I mean, listen, fucking Twitch has no room to talk right now.
Yeah.
They literally streamed porn on Ninja's old account recently.
What?
So this is an entire story. You know who Ninja is, right? Have you ever heard of him?
No.
Okay. He was kind of a big deal on Twitch. He was the #1 Twitch streamer and he
wow.
played Fortnite.
Okay.
That was his thing. He played Fortnite. He was a big Fortnite streamer. Wasn't the best Fortnite player, but he was like a variety player for Fortnite. And
He wasn't good, but he was fun.
Mixer, owned by Microsoft, just basically bought him out from Twitch. They paid him a really big sum of money, like some millions of dollars,
Okay.
to completely and totally delete his Twitch account and move over to Mixer.
Okay.
You know, I mean, that's like scouting talent, so it's
Yeah,
whatever. So yeah, he agreed. He got a bunch of money for it, moved over to Mixer, and he's been doing really well on Mixer. But he was trying to get his old account deactivated on Twitch because he wasn't planning on going back.
Right.
Well, Twitch just lost their #1 star, and they were trying to find a way to keep viewers.
Okay.
Because if they go onto Ninja's stream, and the only thing that are available are his VODs, the last VOD being, "Hey everybody, I'm moving over to Mixer," they were going to bleed viewers.
Yeah.
So they did something that they have never done before, and they started recommending. They used an algorithm to recommend channels on his channel. While he was offline, which was forever because he finished his, he closed his account. Well, the algorithm eventually got around to a stream that never turns off, so it didn't like cycle over to another stream because it never ended.
Yeah.
Of somebody who just had hardcore Russian porn playing 24/7 ad nauseum. And it stayed up for something like 6 hours before anybody pulled it down on Twitch's #1 viewed page.
What?
Yeah. And Ninja made a video responding to it, and he was just like, I was trying to be cordial about this whole thing. I understand. But simultaneously, like, this seems like they don't do this to anybody else's channel. And yet somehow my channel's the channel that they start putting other people's videos on, including, and not even policing it. They just have an algorithm set up, and that algorithm is playing porn to my viewers, my young child viewers, and it's destroying my brand because I can't stop them because it's not my Twitch account anymore. I deleted it. But they're still playing videos every time that somebody tries to go to my Twitch account. They go to Ninja on Twitch, and they get Russian porn. And now I'm
Yeah, I
over
didn't
here.
think about the fact that it's Fortnite. All of them are going to be under 15.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
So there was been this big hoopla over the last couple of anything, because, and he kept his content ludicrously wholesome. Like
Does he
was
have
never
the right to sue them?
I don't know, because technically speaking, it's their account, it's their website, they can do whatever they want to it.
However, that's defamation. Or defamation?
I don't know if you could consider this malicious, because once again, he has no control over what they do to his page.
Yeah.
It may not be direct defamation, and that's something that they could argue in court. But technically speaking, Twitch as a company could have done this to anybody's channel at any point in time. It's not their fault that porn ended up, it is their fault that porn ended up on the channel because they didn't police it well enough. But it's not like they actively put porn on his channel.
But they actively didn't turn off porn from a Russian, like, account.
Yeah, one, that was a very, very low thing. We'll have to look into the legitimacy of it. Sounds like an authoritarian problem. I mean, it's the problem of being on a site at all that requires that you don't own the site. That's why if we ever got big enough, what? You looking for the fly?
This fly keeps flying around.
That's why if I ever got big enough and this became like an actual career for me, I would attempt to create my own website.
Yeah.
And have my own thing there.
Yeah.
Because then, yes, I would probably still have YouTube, I'd probably still have Twitch, but then I would also open up streaming on my own personal website. We would have, you know, shows on there. Somewhere that's separate, that is not dedicated to this, where I can control my own brand image. I don't know how well that would work considering I'm a solo person, but maybe if I get big enough, I can, you know, prop up a couple of other people, we make an entire group, and then the group moves to a new platform.
Yeah.
But if you're gonna do that, like if you're gonna stream on something, you have to understand you don't own the platform.
That's fair.
If you're building your brand on a platform, you are at the mercy of the platform's discretion. If they choose to ban you, you can't stop them. That's why you have to make your own. You have to cut your own world out there somewhere. Also why I do multi-streams. Because
I look crazy today.
you're just looking,
It's in my face, it's flying right here.
Mm-hmm.
I look crazy. I look like those people who walk through an invisible spider web.
Constantly walking into spider webs, lad.
What a fucking mood.
We do need to do more like improv content.
We do.
We need to.
But right now, I want to at least finish this scene. We have like had one roll today.
Listen.
2 rolls.
DnDating Sim is basically a podcast.
That's fair.
It's a podcast that when we run out of things to talk about, we play the game. That's how this entire thing has gone.
How are we supposed to get back to Persona if we don't finish this game, though?
That's also true, and I have a working capture card,
exactly.
so as soon as we finish this, we'll go back to Persona.
I'm so excited about Persona. We gotta finish Persona soon, though.
No, but you and the freaking captain of the tennis league were neck and neck for the majority of the match.
I know.
I thought she would finally realize how impressive that was and crack a smile. She frowns instead.
If only I'd practiced my backhand. I know I could have beaten him in his smug face.
He was so nice to you, though.
She's got a competitive streak in her.
That's fair.
Wow, I knew Yuna was competitive, but I had no idea she was this competitive. Try to calm her down, let her vent, or I've never seen this side of you before. In that order, top, bottom, middle. 2, let her vent.
I'm gonna know what she has to say. I'm gonna go with this one.
Let my people go? Freedom machine broke. Understandable. Have a nice plague. Have you ever seen that meme?
Yes, but I forgot how it ended. Thank you, that was beautiful.
Understandable. Have a nice plague.
What a mood.
I love the anything, you know, can I have this thing? The thing that does that broke. It's like...
Ice cream machine broke.
Yeah, ice cream machine broke. Understandable. Have a nice day.
That's probably where it came from, was ice cream machine broke.
It is. I mean, the whole joke exists because it was an actual video that somebody turned into a series of pictures. But the video was literally the video was a guy rolls up and he just points out his window and goes, "Hey, can I get an ice cream?" Or he goes like, "Can I get a McFlurry?" And the guy goes, "Ice cream machine broke." He goes, "Understandable. Have a nice day," and just drives off. Doesn't order anything else, just leaves.
Oh my god. Did I ever tell you the Bree story?
What Bree story?
Several years ago, she and Katie it was like 11 p.m. They were probably really high, or they hadn't eaten in like 9 hours, because that's something they forget to do.
That's weird. I guess I've done that before. but only when I've been like really, really, really like intent on something.
That's fair. Anyway, so they rolled up and Bree
You
rolled,
did tell me this story. I know this story.
Bree rolled down the window, leaned out, and said, "Is your ice cream machine working?" And it was just like a brief silence. What you want?
Is your ice cream machine working? That all depends on what you answer with next, my fair maiden.
And she was like, "I want a small cone." She was like, "Okay, it's working. You can come."
I love that. It's like
Because
whatever.
like they hate making McFlurries.
McFlurries.
They hate it.
Well, I mean, the main reason why the machine is broken most of the time is because it takes forever to clean. By the way, the two worst things in a restaurant as far as cleanliness go,
Yeah.
ice cream machine or any coffee machine,
I
And
hated cleaning the
and the-
Chick-fil-A
and the ice machine. The ice machine in all of those places are generally full of mold.
Yeah, they're just bacteria ridden.
They're horrible, horrible things. That's why I don't get ice.
I killed it.
It's one of the reasons I don't get ice.
I killed it.
Was it in your drink?
It flew into my mouth.
Get
The
the story
fly's
on
gone.
get the story of the gnat on screen.
The
Anyway,
fly's gone. Ugh.
this is a hard loss, and if I were in her shoes,
This is a hard loss.
it's a hard. Was it da. No, this way. Because we're
Yeah.
reversed. Hard loss. And if I were in her shoes, I'd be just as upset. Better that she gets it out of her system now than later. Una continues to mumble to herself until she naturally begins to calm down. Feel better?
A bit. Well, it looks like everyone is leaving.
Yeah, we should probably leave too.
So upset
I'm
about
making
that
an executive
fucking-
decision.
What?
I'm making us larger.
Larger? Because we talk so fucking much?
Yeah, so we might as well be bigger on the screen.
Hello. We don't match the thingy.
Working on it. Our red line and that thing's red line don't match up.
Yeah, but it was like very obvious of a difference.
Is
Like,
that too big? Does that seem obnoxious to you guys? Because we do a lot of talking on these streams, so we should probably at least be a bit bigger so you can see
You can
us.
see my I Hang Out sweatshirt. Paladin got it for me for my birthday.
I'm censoring her eyes. She's anime, so she has to be underage, right? That's how that works.
Totally.
Censor your eyes too. Okay.
I'm going to go to the lockers and shower. Thanks for coming out again.
For some reason, my brain was just assuming she'd go, "Care to join me?"
We're not on her route.
I'm sorry. What?
We are not on her route. We are on boy's route.
We are on show's route. I'm very okay with that.
Show is besto. Show. Show is
Well,
best
this was
boy.
fun. She
I'll
smiles.
see you later.
I say my goodbyes
Not
and we
that
head our separate ways.
Already out of alcohol. I'm so sad. Is Paladin still streaming? Oh no, these are TikTok notifications.
My phone vibrates in my pocket.
Yeah!
When I go to answer, I see Show is calling me.
Oh yes!
Bad. Hey, Show.
I'm so glad you picked up. I need your help.
Oh no!
Are you okay?
No, I'm in dire need of assistance.
He's out of quarters at the arcade.
I was gonna say he can't pick out what shirt to wear for a date with Mayu.
What's going on?
Do you have any experience buying a gift for a lady friend?
You were close. You were closer. You were closer than me.
Say yes. Doesn't matter. Just say yes.
We all know your lady friend is Mayu. There's no answer. For just a second. Then Show speaks.
Still feels kind of surreal.
They're dating.
Yay!
We did it.
By the way, boys and girls, Mayu in this game has a romantic route and a friendship route, and we all know that her friendship route is us trying to get her with him.
Yeah, it's basically the other side of the coin, which is us trying to get, yeah.
It's
So,
great.
Does that mean you'll help?
I can't leave my bro hanging.
I'm so happy.
Show sighs in relief.
Which
Or the
honestly,
best bro sip a bro could have. Come meet me at the mall.
this route makes us the best friend in a dating sim.
Yeah. I'll be right there. I hang up the phone and head to my bike, then I drive directly to the mall. After I park, I see Sho waiting for me at the main entrance. He greets me with his usual goofy grin, but his hair is disheveled and there's worry in his eyes.
Thanks for meeting me. I don't
Paladin.
even know where
What?
to start.
Read the store names again.
Oh, right. Are you talking about great stores such as Things? Or Screens? What about just Thing? Travel Agency. Electronics Store. DH. Do you
And
just want something random? Also, what is that on the random shelf?
I don't know. I can't tell. Are you gonna make it bigger?
Enhance. Hold on, I can't enhance against from there. Enhance.
Ooh.
Enhance. It's.
It's square.
Is it like weird gachapons? It could be a gachapon store.
Oh, nice.
That actually
Wait,
makes more sense.
let's see what's in the other stores. Okay, that's that's
Electronic
toasters.
stores
Those
and
are
like-
toasters. That's a lot of toasters.
There's toasters. There's like that's
a
like
printer.
the.
That's a printer.
Or it could be like a toaster oven. This isn't
Oh.
like a deep freeze.
I was thinking either toast. It could be a toaster oven, or it could be one of those like shit. What is the thing?
The air sealer things.
Yeah, the thing my dad has.
Mm-hmm.
You know the one. And then that's obviously a food processor.
Travel agency looks like they've got
GoPros.
GoPros and backpacks for some reason. Thing has clothing in this section, and it's a Sears. It's
Okay.
Thing. Screens has more gachapons and TVs. Those are definitely phones, or supposed to be phones or tablets or something. And then Things here is definitely a clothing store.
Definitely. It's got that weird ass creepy mannequin. So let's enhance. Enhance.
Can I let's see here. Can I
Oh my
if
God.
I hit control, if I'm clicking on game capture, can I zoom in anyway? No, there's no way to zoom.
Nope. Look at that sweet face
Transform.
though. They can't see the face. Face! He's so cute when he smiles. He's the best boy.
So, oh, hey, I could actually roll this.
Hey, okay, so suggest jewelry, suggest stuffed animals, suggest chocolate,
D4, I choose you.
or suggest books.
If this is for her, probably books.
It would be books is number 1, number 2 is stuffed animals.
You think so?
I think so.
All right.
Do you you've seen how adorable she is?
Yeah.
She looks like the kind of girl that collects stuffed animals. I bet she has one of those like nets in the corner of her room.
Do you
that has
think
all
her
of
dad
baby
would let
stuff-
her though?
What do you mean?
Remember, she's got strict dad syndrome.
Oh right,
Do you-
right. She like grew up in some kind of like Amish ass family or something.
Amish. We're talking about like the stereotypical overachiever.
Mormons.
It's not what I was
Didn't
going
they like
for.
not have a TV?
What, Mormons?
No, like didn't Maya's family like not have a TV?
I don't know if they didn't have a TV. I know she wasn't really allowed to watch much TV as a child because she was busy studying. Because it's not any of the American stereotypes you're naming. It's
fair.
the smart Asian parent stereotype.
You right.
Anyway, give me numbers.
Let's see. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Otherwise known as bottom to top. 1. Suggest books.
Perfect. That's the one.
D4s are weird.
They are. You had to explain to me how they fucking work.
Because they've only got one flat bottom that
Yeah.
can lay down.
Yeah.
So the corner is actually what has the number. And the corner has the number on every single side. So like this is the 2 side is up. There's 2 again.
It's so weird.
There's 2 again.
So weird. There's a big fly now.
Reroll, you want jewelry? We've got the first reroll of the
Oh
night.
snap, we do get the first
shit.
reroll of the
I mean,
night.
jewelry is a good, but how much have they been dating? Is the question.
That is the
'Cause
question. Have they been dating since the
jewelry
beach?
is a good answer, and it's good to get girls.
Yeah.
That's why I took you and got you that free diamond necklace at Disney.
Yeah. No, I told you we were going over there.
Shh, shh, let me have this. Shh. I can make up for that though, because I actually went with the stuffed animal route, and I made you.
You did.
Spark, and I got you.
What?
What? Yeah, we called her Spark during the thing. No, Babson. We called her Babson.
Yeah, we called her Babs. What? Spark? Where did you get Spark from?
I don't, because she's a little electric Spark.
It's Babson.
She is Babson. But I made you that from the Paper Mario stream, and then the next year. What? Oh, the fly. I was gonna say that. No, I got
Fucking
that.
nostrils.
I saw you give this like scowl, and I was like, no, I got that one right. See, that was the Paper Mario
No,
stream.
you got that one right. You got it right.
And then later on. And later on.
Are you mocking me over there?
No. I mean, remember that one time that there were like 5 flies just stuck on the thing, and I just couldn't get away from them in the old apartment?
Yeah.
But then,
Anyway.
But then, I also got you that Pikachu last year.
It's the best.
Or 2
boy.
years ago.
He's
2
sitting
years
in the
ago.
corner of my room right now.
Anyway, we've got a reroll on our hands, and nobody has vetoed. Let the fate begin. Fuck. Fuck, where did the die go? Why is it that when things fall in your lap, they disappear?
They just a fucking peer.
Yeah, they disappear. 3.
3.
That's stuffed animals.
Oh, see, that's number 2.
That is the me route. See, I went with stuffed animals. I also went with stuffed animals because I figured you would enjoy stuffed animals more than jewelry.
Here's the thing.
I typically
don't-
go the jewelry route with my mother.
That's fair. I don't really wear much jewelry. I wear 3 rings, and they were 2 given to me by Helene, and 3 given to me by Joe. And then
Your senpai
sometimes,
ring, your kohai senpai.
yeah, he has the kohai ring. And then I'm only wearing this today because it's new, and I got it from a bath bomb, and I broke a necklace on purpose just so I could get this part and put it on a chain. I broke the cross off of a necklace I was never gonna wear
I'm
because
going
it's
to-
so gaudy.
I'm going to start wearing either. I need to. They're too expensive, so it's going to be a while. But
What is it? We can split it.
I was going to say smartwatch. The smartwatch I'm looking for is like $100.
We could split it, and then we could we could just.
Take turns wearing it.
Oh, I was gonna
Or
say
wear it
you
at the
feed me
same
and get me
time.
alcohol.
But
So you feed me and get me alcohol, or just make me more stuffed animals. Make me a beepo.
make you a beepo.
That'd be fun.
It would be fun. It would take
I would
more
love.
time.
I
yeah.
would love to have a 3rd Caterpie.
You do have a shit ton of Caterpies.
I only have 2.
You've got one
and
with a
one
fucked up
Caterpie
head
button and.
and a hat.
He doesn't have a hat.
No, you have a hat.
I do have a hat. I have a large Caterpie stuffed animal, a tiny Caterpie stuffed animal. He's like this big. He's so cute. He's like
By the way,
Balefire
I'm going to assume that we're just going to choose stuffed animals
Yeah, well,
because nobody else is re-rolling,
we're at 43 minutes.
and so that means we're all about to forfeit our re-rolls.
Yeah,
But I bet we're going to have at least one more because we're hanging out with Shell.
probably. And then I have the hat, and I have a button, and I have a poster.
Forgot to save before I
I need a
clicked.
shirt.
Whoops.
Oh my god, I should get a Caterpie skater dress. That'd be so cute.
I could make you a Caterpie background wallpaper,
That'd be cute.
like the pokey faces that I was making.
That'd be
I should do
cute.
more of those.
You should. Get her a cute fuzzy animal. Get her a cute
I'm
fuzzy
pretty sure
animal.
Mayu's dad would not approve of her devoting even less energy to her studies.
I called it.
Fair.
I called it.
Damn
I
it.
called it.
Shame.
Not a real animal, a toy one. Mayu looks thoughtful.
Think she'd like that?
Oh yeah, trust me, Nikki's room is filled with them.
Good
Mine is,
thinking,
too.
Joseph. Let's go.
He leads the way to the store. What is this gift for, anyway?
It's our
Wait.
It says anniversary. What?
it's our 1-month anniversary.
Oh.
Oh. Wow, time sure flies fast. You're celebrating every month, or there's no such thing?
Fuck you. The 1 month is always the 1 month and the 6th month are important.
1,
Then you
6, and then year.
Yeah. Then you celebrate every year.
Unless you're in middle school, in which case it's the hour anniversaries.
That's fair. We've been dating for 3 days and 45 minutes.
Did you ever do the thing in middle school / high school where you would just write each other, like, obviously people used to like hand out notes in the hallways, right? And this was more prevalent obviously before phones were a thing.
Yeah, yeah.
So like by the time high school came around, I don't remember handing notes out at all.
Yeah.
Because I just text people. But in middle school, before I really had access to a phone, or at least readily had access to a phone, note passing was a very big thing. And there was this group of there was a group of my friends who were all girls. 90% of my friends in middle school were girls. They had a notebook that they would pass around, and they would all just write doodle and whatever.
It's because you're attractive, Paladin.
And then they would hand the journal over to each other. Like, it would be like, it would be this person's day, and they would write it all in the journal, and then they would hand it off to somebody else. There was that. I was never part of that. And
it's because that was a burn book.
Burn book? But anyway.
It's a Mean Girls reference. You wouldn't understand because you won't watch it.
The other thing was that when I was dating a girl, it was a very common thing to spend literally an entire day writing a note.
You've dated girls before?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
When?
It's a thing.
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Absolutely.
When did you date a girl? Who wants to date a girl?
You want to date a girl. It's like, what are you talking about? You want to date a girl.
I really want to date a girl. But
All
I'm
right.
already dating Paladin, and
Top
he's
to bottom.
monogamous. Oh shit, it's my turn. Fuck yeah. 3.
There's no such thing. I'm using my reroll
Okay,
on that.
cool.
I don't like this. I'm using my reroll on this.
We gotta wait, see if anyone wants to destroy our lives.
You can't destroy, like, simultaneously, I absolutely would just fucking rib show. So, like,
Yeah.
it's whatever, but simultaneously, I don't want to fucking rib show. He's cool.
I kind of want to rib him with you're celebrating every month, but I feel like there's no such thing as a little too far.
Yeah, there's no such thing, period.
Yeah.
It's like, I wish they would have emoted at the end of these so we could know what the message's, like, tone was going to be. As in, like, there's no such thing, Kappa.
Yeah.
Do you know what a Kappa is?
It's that really dumb, derpy fucking emoticon for Discord. Oh, it's not on Discord? It's on this one? Oh, yeah, that's dumb.
Kappa.
I thought it was on Discord, but yeah, it's that one.
Oh, it's still showing my YouTube because it's not a thing on YouTube. I don't know why it still shows my my YouTube result. Because I told it to stop showing my YouTube result on stream, but whatever. Anyway.
So re-roll that shit.
Yeah, I'm re-rolling that shit. Still top to bottom, but go ahead and roll. 2. You're celebrating every month? Exactly what I wanted.
Same. That's the only good one, because wow, time sure flies fast. Like, that sounds dumb. I like that one.
Live fast, eat ass.
What a mood.
Jeez, I'll get expensive fast.
Huh?
Well, if you have to celebrate each month of being together by buying each other a gift, that adds up pretty quickly.
We're not celebrating each month. That'd be crazy. Just the milestones, like 3 months and 6 months.
That's fair.
He calls it, yeah. I mean,
3 months is also important, because a lot of times the 3-month point is the breaking point for a lot of relationships, because that's when you're starting to actually know each other.
Interestingly,
and you know when you're gonna hate each other.
Interestingly enough, that's why most jobs have a 90-day review. Because by 90 days, most people who are going to stay are probably already staying. So you review somebody at 90 days and tell them, all right, congratulations, you're probably going to stay here for a while. Here's what you need to work on. Huh?
Unless it's a part-time job.
Even part-time jobs.
That's fair.
Like the 90-day point means you're probably at least going to stay for a year.
Since I've been at Winn-Dixie for the last almost 10 months, we've only fired 2 people. And that's because someone got so fed up, like almost screamed at a customer's face and just left. Didn't come back.
We've had.
And then someone had 3 no-call, no-shows in a row. Yeah.
Anyway, congrats on your 1 month.
Thanks. I'm actually kind of surprised by how it happened.
Tell the story.
How did it happen?
God, I
Came
wish
out
we
of
had
the
like
blue. Mayu and I were hanging out as usual the Monday after our match with Onabugeisha, and I could tell something was on her mind. When I asked her what was wrong, she blurted out a question about feelings. It was so unlike her that I was too shocked to speak. Mayu didn't even hesitate, and she started talking about how she's liked me since we were kids, and she wanted to know if I felt the same way or if I was into someone else.
Show less.
I guess she saw me walking home with Hitomi and thought we were dating. Silly, right?
Yeah, totally. Sho looks sheepish.
I started laughing as soon as she said that, and I know I embarrassed her, but I couldn't help it. I just couldn't believe what I was hearing. As if I could ever like anyone else.
I blink. Oh, really?
Well, yeah. Why do you sound so surprised?
Well, it was obvious how Mayu felt about you, but you never seemed to notice. Ghost cheeks.
I noticed. Of course I noticed.
Then why?
She's so smart and pretty and awesome. She's way out of my league.
She was head over heels for you.
It's still hard for me to believe that. That's why this gift is so important.
No wonder he seems so agitated. Mayu will love you whatever you get her. The fact that you're buying her a present at all will make her happy. Joe smiles worriedly.
You think?
Of course.
Still, it has to be perfect.
I nod. On that note, we better get back to searching.
Right.
Let me tell you, boys and girls, straight girls have such low standards. Boys, get your girlfriend flowers, and she will think about it for months. I still think about the flowers that Paladin got me for Valentine's Day constant's
I bought the same day.
He got it from Walmart, and I still think about it because I've only ever dated men, so I have very low standards. So if someone shows me basic human decency, like if they're nice to me, I'm elated.
Here's the fun part that goes both ways. It's so weird, like straight people have the lowest standards
really
possible
do.
because like most straight dudes are so attention starved that being nice to them, they assume that you must like them because nobody pays attention to them at all. That's kind of the problem.
Is that why you're so amazed when I put 3 dishes into your dishwasher?
Yes, it is. Because those are my dishes.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I helped dirty them. I will clean half of them.
Still.
If I dirtied half of them, I will clean half of them.
I ended up going with my advice and buying her a teddy bear. As we exit the store, Sho has a spring in his step, but he seems both nervous and hopeful. I hope she ends up liking her present. We say our goodbyes in the parking lot.
I wish there was like an Instagram aspect of this so we could get on our phone and like we saw that Mayu posted like a cute little teddy bear on her Instagram. Just
What
with
was
the caption
was
of
it
hearts.
both Kingdom Hearts and what was it Tokyo Mirage Sessions had like messaging. Well, Kingdom Hearts 3 had like an Instagram filter fucking thing on the loading
Yeah,
screen.
that was pretty funny. I feel like it was more like a Twitter kind of thing.
It was more Twitter, and Tokyo
but it was
Mirage
still
Sessions.
some sort of like social media thing.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions was closer in line to line.
I have an Instagram now. It's 18 plus. So if you're 18 plus, feel free to follow me at Megamine Cosplay.
Since I didn't have class today, I've got even more free time than usual. What do I feel like doing? What do I feel like doing? What makes me feel like this is going to have a bunch of girls' names? Just 2.
I don't want to hang out with either of them. I just want to hang out with Sho. So you know how we're on Sho's route, right?
Yeah.
Since he's finally getting his route with Mayu, he's gonna spend more time with Mayu, and we're gonna have to spend more time with these fucking bitches.
With these fucks.
Because that's what happens when you're doing a dating sim. You see your best friend less because you're on the girl's route.
It's just you and me and you forever, and your friend Steve.
Steve.
Kevin.
Kevin.
McKevin.
Oof. All right.
Just you and me and you and us. I don't know the whole thing.
You and me and you and just us and your friend Steve. I think it's a Garfunkel and Oates song. Sounds like them. Anyway.
It sounds like them. Anyway.
Tails heads.
Tails heads?
Unless you really wanted to do that D4 again.
No. I was just fiddling. I fiddle.
That's fair. You'd have to have some sort of stem. Most people do.
Tails heads?
Yes.
Had a good ring to it.
Yeah, that was nice.
Tails.
All right.
We said tails heads, so we're heading out with
All right.
Cowrie.
That's fine.
You got 6 minutes to use your reroll.
It's not not worth it.
You don't want to hang out with Sex Girl?
I don't care. That's fair.
We've got Sex Girl or Tsundere. Those are your options. Sex Girl or Tsundere.
I want to hang out with Tsundere, but Sex Girl sounds like it's gonna be a much more funny time. So I guess I'll just use my reroll on this one.
Gonna use your reroll? All right.
Does anyone want to veto that?
My thumb is primed.
It's primed, boys and girls, and sorry, guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I've been trying to
Gonchos.
use that. Gonchos. I still like the phrase guys, gals, and non-binary pals. Because every time every time I do public speaking, I do not say ladies and gentlemen. I do guys, gals, and non-binary pals. But like when I'm not publicly speaking, like in front of a live audience.
No veto, do it. Fucking hell.
You need to redo it?
No. Well, yes. I gotta catch it and flip it like I've done every single time. Consistency is important with these. I can't make it look like I'm picking and choosing.
That's fair.
Why am I not getting flipped here? Why is this not working?
I don't know.
Worked that time.
I was afraid.
That almost hit the ceiling. Tails.
Tails.
So we're still going.
We're still going with
Cowrie.
Cowrie. All right, Tsundere.
I should probably save at some point today. I haven't done it at all. I'm out of practice.
Probably.
I'm out of practice.
We haven't played in a week, so yeah.
I wonder what Cowrie's up to. Pull out my phone and give her a call.
Hello.
Hey, Cowrie.
Hi.
Because remember the last time we saw Cowrie, we blew up her toilet.
Yeah. Are you busy?
I'm just about to head to the daycare.
What?
It's going to be an extra busy day.
You work at the daycare?
Fly is on the inside of the light
Maybe
diffuser.
it'll burn to death, hopefully. I drowned a bunch of ants today and like some cleaning solution. A bunch of them, like hundreds.
Oh, here's a thing that we missed because we never did this route. But Sho and I caught Cowrie's uncle in the campus parking lot one day right before we were going into town. He freely shared that Cowrie volunteers at his daycare. He invited us to stop by, but Cowrie's death glare was enough to deter us. She may not act like it, but I think she's a little relieved that she doesn't have to hide this from us anymore. Her uncle says Cowrie is a big softie and a favorite instructor among the kids. I'll believe it when I see it. Extra busy?
Yeah. We're understaffed since one person is on vacation and another person called in sick.
Only one person called in sick? That's a good number.
Yeah, 2 people called in sick today
We
at
typically
Winn-Dixie, and
it's
I'm
not-
so glad they didn't call me because I was not going to come in.
It's not uncommon for us to have 3 call-outs on a Saturday.
Maybe I can help.
Is that your Kevin McKevin voice?
Yes.
It's not terrible. He basically does sound like a small frog, doesn't he?
I feel like that's also my Sue voice.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's what it sounded like to me. Is you were basically saying Sue's voice.
But I can't
Ghetto.
do a man voice very well.
Ghetto.
Ghetto.
Maybe I can help. Hello.
Hello?
If that's what you want, then I guess you can help.
Yes, that's what I want.
But don't forget it still works.
Yes, ma'am. Bow wow.
Don't call me ma'am. Now hurry up and get here.
Sure thing, Captain. Before I have a chance to say any one of my sick rebuttals, she hangs up the phone. Damn. Oh well, I better not be late or Cowrie will be angry.
So most of the people that work with me, other than the actual like managers, are around my age. I mean, people that are in charge of me are around my age or like a year younger, right?
Yeah.
And every time I end my shift, I go up to them and be like, is there anything else you need, boss lady? Is there anything else you need, boss man? And I don't know why. It's either a 50-50. It's always 50-50. It's rarely ever 75-20 that they either think it's funny and cute or they're annoyed. And it's like not 50-50 per some people think it's funny, some people think it's annoying. It's like 50-50 for each person.
I remember on my first day at work, the store manager was there, and I said, "What do you need me to do, sir?" And he said, "I need you to never call me sir again. My name is Vic." And I was just like, okay.
Hate crime. Not what a hate crime is. Well, I hate it. I'm gonna find that.
Well,
Let's
I
find
hate
that.
it.
I found it on my Google Google photos. I wonder if I deleted it or not. Oh, it's so pretty. For a daycare? Like, what?
When I arrive, Kaori is nowhere to be found. I follow a group of adults into the building. And now suddenly the library on campus. Because they only have so many fucking, like,
That's
internal
fair.
scenes. They're either parents or staff, but either way, they'll get me where I need to be. Considering there are no kids tagging along, I think it's safe to say that they're staff. We pass through one of the children's playrooms and continue into an office in the back. Kaori is there with another guy discussing something I can't hear. She nods in greeting when I enter. Once everyone gets situated, the guy clears his throat.
Hello, everyone.
He's got a
I know we
face!
haven't had one of these staff meetings in a while, but it's going to be a bit busy
Probably
today
it's
since
her uncle.
Daiichi is on vacation and Hibiki called in sick.
Hibiki. That's how that name is pronounced. That's Daichi and Hibiki. These people have no clue how to pronounce Japanese names.
Luckily, Kaori's friend has offered to help out. so
They do
we'll
know
only
how to
be
pronounce
short
Kaori,
one man
but she's
instead
also
of
the
two.
main character. She's one of the main girls, so.
There.
Everyone stares at me and as everyone stares at me as he smiles in my direction. Don't know why that was so hard for me. Hi, I'm Kevin McKevin. Happy to help.
Glad to meet you. I'm Eito Iwasa.
Okay.
That's actually not too off from how
It
he.
just sounds really white.
Eito Iwasa is how he would pronounce it. The difference is just that, yeah, definitely a native English-speaking voice actor is reading
Since
it.
we'll have to do a little shuffling with coverage, here are everyone's roles for today.
Eito checks his clipboard and goes down a list of names. Kaori watches silently as Eito takes charge. Once he's finished, he looks at me.
Since you're from ACE, we'll have you tutoring the older kids.
I nod.
Kaori and I will attend to the toddlers and younger kids.
I'm surprisingly pumped for this assignment. Tutoring kids should be a piece of cake considering how much I've helped Nikki in the past. I'm such a good Oni-chan.
Oh my god, does it say that?
It did say that. With everyone's roles assigned, the group slowly disperses. One of the staff members offers to take me to the tutoring room. Thank them and follow her into the room filled with children between 4th to 6th grade. Seeing a new face, the kids kept interrupting me to ask questions about myself. They were especially curious because I didn't look very Japanese. They asked about where I was from, what it was like back home, and what it was like to be a pilot. I tried hard to keep their focus on their homework, but it was a lot tougher than I expected. Finally, I gave up and answered their questions. Once their questions were out of the way, they were able to focus on their homework. Although they tried hard, most of the kids have difficulty grasping the material. Until they were frustrated, so I tried to think of different ways of explaining the same things, which helped immensely. After a while, it looks like everyone is on track. I can see what Kaori's doing. Doesn't take me long to find her to find the younger kids. All I had to do was follow the sounds of shrieks and laughter. Hey, CG!
Aww. How cute.
I gently push open the door and see Kaori surrounded by children. Both of her arms are full of kids, and one even hangs off her back. The rest hug her legs. Although Kaori weekly protests, the huge smile on her face gives away her true feelings. I love all of the eyes down here. There's just like little, there's the squinty eyes. There's the flat eyes. There's some flat eyes up here. We got big ol' eyes.
Yeah.
Big ol' eyes.
That's cute.
This is a good CG. 10 out of 10, I approve. Never seen her this happy before. A chorus of Miss Kaori circles her as the children compete for her attention. Suddenly, the child on Kaori's back slips. With a sharp yelp, she grabs the strap on Kaori's clothing.
Careful.
The strap falls off her shoulder, and she bends down to the child can land softly on a table.
I got it.
Eito gently places the strap back onto Kaori's shoulder. I wait in secret glee for the impending doom Eito has inflicted upon himself by touching her, but to my surprise, Kaori doesn't react. As Eito tries to take one of the kids out of Kaori's hands, the child looks at Eito for a second and burrows her face into Kaori's shoulder.
Aww.
Kaori laughs.
I don't think she wants to leave anytime soon.
Eito laughs too.
I can't really blame her.
Oh la la, do I sense a young love in the air? I can't help but grin.
Since you've got your hands full, why don't I take care of their snacks and set up for the next activity?
I love these two. Can we just spend the rest of this dating sim playing fucking matchmaker?
It was this meme, but Vic Mignogna's face was like
That's
superimposed over Michael Scott.
I was a victim of a hate crime.
That's not what a hate crime is.
Well, I hated it a lot, okay?
No
Whoops.
problem.
That'd be great, thanks.
No problem.
They smile at each other. Wow, a smile from Kaori. Must be serious. I tiptoe back out of the room and return to my older kids. Looks like Kaori's doing more than okay. Another hour passes by in a blur, and before long, the parents trickle in to collect their children. The kids whine that they want to stay longer with Miss Kaori, but their parents urge them home. For all the kids have gone, the staff wave goodbye and wave goodbye to each other and pack up to go home too. Before I go, I want to catch up with Kaori. I find her with Eito cleaning up the toddler's room. Eito makes a comment which has Kaori laughing. Kaori laughing at somebody else's jokes? I never thought I'd see the day. I chuckle to myself. Better not ruin their moment. I can catch up with Kaori tomorrow. Before I can slip away again, Kaori notices me and heads over.
Hey.
I stop my giggling and clear my throat. She raises an eyebrow.
What's up with you?
I can't believe she doesn't know.
Uncle Miguel? What the fuck? Who is Uncle Miguel?
Miguel? His name is Miguel?
Hold on.
Whew.
Is that okay? Okay, the uncle character. Okay.
Yeah, you don't.
For some reason, my brain just fucking slipped, and I was like, "Who? What?" I spin around and spot Uncle Miguel chuckling behind me. I know, right? It's cute how oblivious she is. Miguel nods, but Kaori huffs.
What is wrong with you two?
Hey, Kaori, I'm heading off. I'll see you later.
Kaori's demeanor softens when when she waves at Eito.
Oh, yeah, sure. Good work today.
You too.
His face is so long. Why is his face so long?
Who, Miguel?
Yes.
Because he's an adult.
That's fair.
They give you face enlonging surgery when you're an adult.
But here's the thing. We're like 19, 20 years old.
We're not old enough.
That's fair. These are still bath bomb pics. I can't find the meme.
You too. Kaori freezes as her face turns beet red.
It's nothing like that.
Sure.
We believe you.
Stop!
She scowls at us, then stomps back into the toddler's room and throws toys into their bins. Young love, so precious. Miguel grins. I'm glad I came out today. Got to see another side of Kaori. One that I won't soon let her forget. After I gather all my things, I drive home. There's enough time to find out that one of the other female prospects in this dating sim is already dating someone. Because we chose the best friend route.
It's the best. You mean the best route?
It is the best route because literally every single person gets somebody except for us, and we're okay with that.
Yeah.
My stomach growls loudly as I park my bike in the garage. Nikki, please be home for once. Wonder what we're gonna have for dinner. As I enter the kitchen, I see a dainty strawberry cake sitting on the kitchen table. Cake for dinner? Peer closely at the layered cake and use my finger to taste the whipped cream. It melts on my tongue in a cloud of sweetness. Fresh whipped cream. That's the only kind of whipped cream I'll eat. Mom spoiled us. She never bought whipped cream because she'd always make it herself. Wait a minute. Mom's birthday! Nikki? Did Nikki bake this cake for Mom's birthday? Search the house, but see no sign of her. There's no text from her on my phone either. Clearly she came home after school, which means there's only one place she can be. Grab my keys and hop on my bike to find Nikki. We lived next to a park back home, and Nikki would often escape to there when she was upset. Just as I expected, I find Nikki swinging forlornly in the park. Oh, sad
so
CG.
Sad. Those tears.
Her head is bent as she gazes down at something in her hands. I take a seat beside her. She glances at me, but doesn't speak. Instead, she cups the open locket in her hands. The one that usually hangs around her neck. Inside is a picture of Mom and Dad. You okay?
I don't know.
Mom would have loved the cake you made her. Nikki snaps the locket shut and holds it to her
I had
chest.
to do something, you know? Today is Mom's birthday, and I couldn't not celebrate it.
I know.
So I thought I'd make her a cake like we used to, but then
Her voice trembles, and she takes a minute to compose herself.
that cake, it was like it was taunting me. A reminder that Mom will never get a chance to eat it. It's not
I
fair.
don't want this anymore. I don't want this anymore. That's some Steven Universe ass background. Like that's a Steven Universe ass fountain.
Yeah, the like
diamond,
the diamond
yeah.
with the wings. Nikki's knuckles turn white as she clutches at the locket. Her hands begin to
I
shake.
barely got any time with her before she was taken away, and I just want her back.
Nikki.
I know I'm being crazy, but I just keep thinking it's my fault.
By the way, we're over the 1 hour mark. Everybody has their rerolls back. Tears trickle down her cheeks and leave wet stains on her shirt. Instinctively, I pull her in for a hug, and she leans against me. It wasn't your fault, Nikki.
It is.
You had no control over this. She pulls away and falls silent. When she finally speaks, her voice is thick.
I missed the bus that day.
What?
The reason I left the cafe is because I missed the bus and needed a ride home. I keep thinking, what if I had just gotten on that bus as soon as class ended? I wasn't even doing anything important. I was just hanging out and lost track of time. I remember being so annoyed when they didn't show up. I was so angry I had to walk home, and all I could think about was how much
Her voice falters.
I hated them.
You didn't mean that. You were angry.
My daughter thinks like that. When I remember, I just feel so disgusted with myself.
Be that as it may, what happened wasn't your fault, Nikki. You didn't tell that driver to hit them. You can't keep blaming yourself.
Then why do I feel like I'm being punished?
Because this sucks. Because it's easy to think about all the years that have been stolen from you to lament that loss. You can't keep thinking like that. Here we go, big boy moments.
Okay.
Be happy for the time you did spend together. I didn't fare much better. We're not going to do that option regardless.
Yeah.
Or look on the positive side. Yeah.
Are you gonna make an executive decision if no one rerolls for I didn't fare much better?
Well, I guess I'm not rolling at all anyway. But I'm definitely re-rolling if we get I didn't fare much better.
Oh, same.
I would prefer be happy with the time that you got to spend together.
Yeah.
And that's the option I would want to choose.
Yeah, I only want that one. I'm not a fan of the other two at all.
Mm-hmm. This is the moment where it's like, man oh man, do we wish we could choose our own options, but we made this decision on our own.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it's been since the 8th since we played last?
It has it?
Yeah, it's been since the 8th.
Damn, I'm sorry, guys.
It's been like 2 weeks
Yeah,
since we
we're at
played.
an hour and 12 minutes, guys. All right.
Yep, we're at an hour and 12 minutes. Everybody's got their re-rolls back. Here we go. Middle, bottom, top.
3.
I don't like it. Look on the positive side is what we're currently at.
I'm gonna use my reroll.
You're gonna use your reroll?
Yes.
Alright. Vita, no, I'm joking.
How fucking dare you? Look, fuck you.
I'm joking.
You
I
better
am
be.
joking. So we're re-rolling that unless somebody says, Veto! Veto! I veto your veto, Paranoia!
So currently the reroll is going through.
Currently the reroll's going through.
Does anyone want to veto?
'Cause how dare you,
Paladin's
Paranoia?
Veto?
Paranoia, how could you feel this way? She's your sister!
Paranoia might also be afraid that we might get it didn't fare much better.
Still. I understand that, but I have my reroll still too.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna use my reroll, and if Paranoia is a smart person, he's gonna use his reroll if we don't get the option too. But that's entirely up to him. It's not like I can't just, take away his mod status or anything, Paranoia.
Paladin, that's mean.
I would not do that. I would not do that. I want to make that true.
Paladin. Paladin. Okay, so currently the reroll is
I
going
probably
through.
wouldn't do that.
I won't let him. Don't be mean. Don't be mean. Be nice. We love Paranoia.
We do love Paranoia. He's giving me games, which
That's
we will
true.
eventually play at some
That's
point.
true. We're gonna finish Persona and then.
Finish Persona.
Did he give us Danganronpa?
He gave us Danganronpa,
Yeah, we're playing
like
that
1 and 2.
We're playing those next after
After Persona.
After we finally finish Persona, because I want to learn how to Junko pose. Anyway.
Oh, is that from that game?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Junko what's her fucking face is in Danganronpa.
I didn't know that. I feel the vibrations.
Let's do it.
All right. What, oh, do you remember what I said? I said a middle, bottom, top, I think?
Said middle, bottom, top.
2 gets us be happy for the time we did swim
Oh,
together.
thank God. Oh, boy.
But we have to wait and see if either Paranoia or Venomous Pup want to reroll.
They hate us, though, don't they?
You still have your veto, though.
I do.
Teabag the chicken nugget?
What?
That's... I hope you're not assuming that that's her sister. Paranoia's going for a reroll.
Shit.
What do you do?
I'm gonna veto that shit. Sorry, Paranoia.
Sorry, we just... Well, he does get his reroll back. So he can use it at a later point, but he can't use it here.
Unless Venomous Pup wants to
Unless
veto
Venomous
my
Pup wants to
veto.
veto your veto. And be a dick about it. It's such a serious moment. Why am I encouraging this?
Why are you... Why... Okay.
What will happen? What will happen?
Alright, it looks like the veto wins, and Paranoia gets their reroll back for the next roll, not for this one.
Not for this roll. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm a Cheeto, you're Keto, brother?
Click it.
Please tell me I chose the correct answer there. I hit it pretty hard. Because I'm cold-hearted. Paranoia, why were you so cold-hearted to our sister of all people? I can understand not liking some of the girls.
Like,
But our sister?
Fuck Kyrie. Fuck Valerie. But our sister?
Kyrie? Did you call Kyrie Kyrie?
I might have. I meant Kyrie.
You did. You absolutely called her
But
Kyrie.
like, fuck Kyrie. Like,
But-
fuck Cat.
But also, fuck Kyrie?
You're right. You're right.
No, let's be honest though. No, we're actually just gonna be fucking Xeon. Xeon is absolutely the best girl in Kingdom Hearts.
Sean. Sean is the best girl in Kingdom.
Xeon.
Sean.
Sean.
Sean is the best girl in Kingdom.
Sean White is the best girl.
No. Actually, Aqua is the best girl. I am so sorry.
Aqua is mommy. Xeon is best girl.
That's fair. That's fair. Anyway.
Also, Maki is mommy. Fire Force.
They want you to be happy.
I know. I just miss them so much.
Squat on that. Venomous Pup, what the fuck are you saying?
There's never any telling what he's saying.
Like, it's so weird because, like, 9 times out of 10, it's basically just vulgar for vulgar's sake.
Yeah.
Every now and again, there's a nugget of funny.
Every now and then there's just a nugget of some copy pasta, like, bullshit, Limbo Joe Jimbo shit.
But on the bright side, at least you still got me. He
I
says.
thought you were trying to make me feel better, not worse.
Oh, no. We chose the wrong one. We chose the wrong
Oh,
one.
shit, we did?
Wait,
Oh,
this is
fuck.
not the quick load. Hold on. I want to load
Popped
this.
up? I hope so. You clicked the right one.
Okay. All right,
Oh.
focus on. Yeah, no, I chose the wrong one.
Oh,
when I clicked,
shit.
I must have moved the mouse.
You fucked up, Paladin. You ruined it for all of us.
Focus on all the good times you had with them. The last thing Mom and Dad would want is for you to be sad because of them. They wanted you to be happy.
I know. I just miss them so much.
I know, I miss them too. No, I did choose that one.
I thought you were trying to make me feel better, not worse.
Oh, but that's a happy laugh sound.
Yeah, that's fair.
Hey. She lets out a weak laugh. Her tears have stopped and some color is returning to her face. Listen right here. I'm gonna tell you a story about how I became the Prince of Bel-Air.
See, now I'm warm.
Now you're warm.
Now I'm warm.
Bow, bow, chicka, wow, get to bow, down a bow. That's how I get more viewers. The titty reveal.
Titty reveal. Should I just start wearing more layers into your stream? Just slowly take them off as we play.
It's like, we don't have enough viewers. TBQ, another layer. No, you're only wearing that in the tank. You're only wearing that in the bra right now.
Yeah. Don't want to get kicked off. Of course, Russian porn doesn't get kicked off, but this would.
It would have been funny if there was just, you're right, it was your fault choice.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck, paranoia, fuck.
Oh, that reminds me. I've been thinking about it for a while, but I had a friend that, in like the 4th or 5th grade, she was not having fun and was feeling very uncomfortable at a sleepover and called her parents to come pick her up.
Mm-hmm.
And they died in a car accident on the way there. And her big sister blames her for it.
Yee. That's not a fun story.
No, it's not. But I've been thinking about it for like the last 30 minutes.
Like, ever since you realized that this whole thing happened because her parents went to go pick her up?
Yep.
Fucking yikes.
Right?
Like, damn.
The worst part was she was, like, actually, no, I was wrong. She was in the car. They had picked her up and had an accident. Both of them died. She woke up a week later in the hospital in America. She was in Germany. Her sister, and her uncle moved to America. She woke up in a hospital in the United States a week later.
That's
terrifying.
Gotta go to your Stalker lair. Stalker's a good video game. I haven't played it in a long time. Remember Mom's cake from last year? It was completely inedible.
You mean the second cake? The one you baked for Mom because you forgot her birthday?
CPQ loves when them thick boys stare.
I like big boys, itty bitty boys, Mississippi boys, and inner city boys. I like the pretty boys with the bow ties. Get your nails did, let them blow dry.
All right, Venomous
I like
Pup.
a big beard. I like a big face. I like a clean face. I don't discriminate. Come and get a taste.
Venomous Pup. This is officially going to be your one warning. Any more comments like that, gonna land you in timeout. Yeah, whoops. Nikki laughs.
Mom tried so hard to eat it.
Sorry, it was a
Eventually
dare.
She just gave up.
Hi, baby. Hi, sweet.
Not my finest moment, but at least it wasn't as bad as the one Dad baked that year
You mean
before.
when he almost burned our entire house down?
Oof. That's really why she learned to cook, because her dad tried to burn the house
Her
down.
dad sucks at cooking. I suck at cooking.
Someone had to learn.
Mom was good at cooking. Because Mom always made homemade whipped cream.
Yeah, that's
So
fair,
Mom
that's
was
fair.
good at cooking, so Nikki became good at cooking.
Okay.
Now you're just rhyming. CPQ loves when... hold on, let's see, where does that start?
It starts...
To me, it sounds pretty fair. CPQ thinks she needs another lair. I'ma go to my Stalker lair. See, you can't rhyme lair with lair, even if they're different layers, by the way. That's poor rhyming scheme. CPQ loves when them thick boys stare. My butthole so wide, I started to tear. Sorry, it was a dare. But I really care. So I had to share. I'm good at drawing furries. And
that makes up for it. That makes up for it.
And that's why we have Venomous Pup.
That makes up for it. That makes up for it.
It's snowing on Mount Fuji. It's like the ult is like rhyming scheme, rhyming scheme, rhyming scheme, rhyming scheme. I'm good at drawing furries.
Oh boy.
All
right.
You doing poetry over there?
Ooh,
hey,
boy.
Paranoia's coming in.
Oh boy, here we go.
That was pretty good. I think I got a lot more of Dad in me than you do.
Yeah,
About
but
your
it's
Bow
not
Wow?
all
I was
bad.
about to say.
You got a lot of his good qualities
Having
too.
sex with my
You're
own
kinda
dad.
always there for me when I
We're not
need
doing
you.
that thing. Ooh, it is hot.
I told you, I'm burning.
Warm now.
I had to sit down in our office and I made a paper fan because as I was walking around on the floor doing things, I was noticing that I was getting worse and worse tunnel vision. My entire hairline was damp with sweat and I was breathing heavily.
Oof.
So I went and I told myself to sit down in the office and I was just like, okay, your jokes are so hard to bear.
Oh my god.
This is so
I'm good
I love
at drawing
I'm
furries.
Huh?
I'm good at drawing
I'm good at
furries.
drawing furries.
Oh my god. You guys gotta quit. Also, I hate Alabama heat. Driving in the summer is like bake at 350 for 20 minutes.
It's a hard job, but somebody has to do it. Nikki bumps me playfully with her swing.
Rude.
No. You know what's rude? Leaving a perfectly delicious cake untouched in the kitchen.
That's true. It was made for eating.
This cake was made for... Mead? This cake was made for eating. And that's
Got the
just
same
what
letters
we'll
in
do.
it. It's just different.
One of these days, these cakes are gonna eat all over you. It doesn't translate very well, does it?
It doesn't. It just sounds sexual.
One of these days, these
Oh my
cakes
God.
are gonna
Paladin,
eat
Paladin,
all
please.
over
Paladin,
you.
Paladin, please. Paladin, please.
The original was pretty sexual, too. These boots were made for walking.
That's fair.
And that's just what they'll do. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over. Are you doing your fembot like, have you ever seen Austin Powers?
No.
Okay. The reason I know that song is because of that.
The Boots song?
Yeah.
Really?
It's not the reason I know it, but it's the thing that I first think of because there's an entire scene where they have fembots because Austin Powers is known for being, you know, a ladies' man.
Okay.
So the way they attempt to kill him is by having beautiful women robots seduce Austin Powers, except instead of nipples, they have machine gun turrets. And they fire them and they go bam, 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 bam. You and I need to watch Austin Powers.
I don't think I want to.
Yes, you do.
Don't think I want to.
It's great. Then let's go eat it. Bow. Grinning from ear to ear, Nikki nods and stands up. Together we head to my bike and I drive us back home.
Hope we brought our second helmet.
I was just thinking that. I was like, yes, bring in the fembots!
Oh my God, please don't.
It's a thing. Titty turrets. Exactly. Them ta-ta cannons.
Tickle bitties.
Tiggle bitty bazookas. Ballistic baps.
As soon as I park, the two of us hop off my bike and eagerly rush into the kitchen, then freeze.
There's only 1/3 of the cake remaining, and a trail of crumbs starts from the kitchen table and end at Uncle Kaito's face.
Oof.
I can only stare.
This is my favorite song.
Alright. I can only stare in stunned silence at the scene.
Uncle Kaito?
He pauses, a fork full of moist yellow cake. Moist. Moist. Hi there.
Please.
It's ASMR Paladin, no.
Paladin, fucking stop.
I'm here to read,
I need you to fucking stop.
I'm here to read interesting words.
I need you to fucking stop.
Like squelch. And moist. You just look at the scene? You did so many. Stop it!
The cake?
Uncle Kaito looks from his fork to Nikki, then back at the fork.
I want my lawyer.
That's good. Also, I'm lapping not necessarily just for this. It's this, and it's also ASMR moist.
I hate it. Thanks, Paladin.
Or ASMR squelch. Paranoia? You have the power.
Oh, God.
I trust your ability to understand what to do with said power. I don't like when your webcam is more detailed in HD than the game, because I get, like, all the hard, wrinkly creases on yo elbows. Elbows not wrinkly.
Fucking rude. Damn.
Look at those.
Block him just for that.
Look at those traps. That. Look at that. Look at that bicep. Tell me that's not good. How dare you? How dare you, actually? Hold on. Let me fix this. How dare you? How dare you? I'm a very handsome man. I do what I can. I work on this. Not really, but still. The fact that I've got this going on. I trim the beard. I brush it. I make sure I'm well maintained. Why you gotta do this to me? Why you gotta do this? No, stop that. Stop that. Stop it. No, I'm being serious. Why you gotta front with me like that, pup?
Wow, that's really low quality now that we're full screen.
To me? Or her? Or both of us? You just can't tell because we're far away. Anyway. Watching a turtle have sex with a shoe. I've seen that video. It has a lot of in it. Nikki is all smiles for the rest of the night as Uncle Kaido asks us about our day. I tuck into bed early as I know I have a busy day of frolicking in the hot springs tomorrow.
Oh, fuck yeah, I forgot about the hot springs!
Yeah, hot springs.
God, we've spent so long on this one day.
Soon I'm dreaming about hot water and hot girls.
Is that me? That's me?
Squelch.
Oh my God. Baby. Hi, baby. Hi, baby. Oh.
Is
Make
the
us
little
big.
boy in the... Make us big.
Make us big.
To the big we go.
Baby. Hi, baby. Hi, honey. Oh, hi.
He's down here. He's right there. He's in this thing. Watch this. I won't respond to that, but you know what he will respond to? Oh, yeah, there's the head. There he is. There he is. Look at him.
Look at her, Paladin. I thought he was in here.
No, he's down there.
Oh, hello.
I need to clean up their cage. They've been cleaning outside of the litter box.
Come on. Baby. Hi. Hello.
Welcome to the Paladin Null Ferret Hour.
Yay!
I'm your host, Paladin Null, and this is Pixel.
And this is Slinky. Who's a little slinky dinky doo?
I don't like my refrigerated hot dog to
Baby.
become a cooked sausage.
Baby. Hi. Ovens.
Potty time
Ovens.
ASMR.
I mean, I'll do just about anything for money.
Not latching on. He's not becoming a parrot ferret.
Oh, she's so sharp. Oh, God.
He is not latching on at all. He does not want to climb.
Oh, she's so sharp.
You want to switch? He's not really digging in at all.
Hi,
I want a
baby.
parrot ferret.
Hello, baby boy. Who's the mama's boy?
Yeah, she's parrot ferreting right
He's
now.
a mama's. Oh, he's a mama's boy. Oh, he's a mama's boy, Paladin.
He's still asleep.
Hi. Hi, baby.
Do you want to speak into... Would you also like to speak into the microphone, Slinky?
Like to say something as well?
No, they don't want to speak. Alright, we've spent enough time on this.
Who's a mama's boy? Is it Pixel? Is he a mama's boy?
Look
oh,
how
that's
chonk.
a good. Like, look at that comparison.
She is
like...
all... Well, so... One thing I have learned, apparently, is as they get, he's apparently gotten to the age where he loses his baby fat.
Maybe that's what it is they gain a bunch of baby fat.
Like, apparently, chunky kits are a thing, but as
Because he was
get
really
bigger,
chunky when we got her.
Yeah, he was.
He was very
But apparently,
chunky.
as they get older, like, they go from being chunk to being super lean.
Baby.
What happens when you touch her back?
She was very small when we got her, and then she got chunk.
You! Dum, dum, dum.
Soldier boy, tell him.
So, why me rank that? Why me roll? Why me rank that soldier boy? Now Superman.
That titty.
Now Superman. No.
Now watch me. You crank that soldier boy. Me. You crank that soldier. You.
What are we doing? Let's get back to the game.
No. We have babies now. Oh, he yawned. I love him so much. No.
It's time to put him back. We gotta play more of the game. It's already 9:04.
Fine.
I work in the morning.
Oh, that's right. Let's see.
You know how to... Okay, you did get this back. Might buy your merch. I don't have any merch. I've attempted to make merch in the past. Like, I made the Paladin symbol of merch.
You did, you did.
I even owned a shirt that had it on it for a while, but it doesn't fit me anymore, and I think I lost it. I have to pee.
Oh my god.
And you know what that means.
Self-voicing enabled. I wake up at the first sound of my alarm and jump out of bed.
I'm lazy.
I need to meet my friends at the train station so we can all head over to the hot springs together, and I'd rather not be the last one there.
Too late.
They might leave without me. Just kidding, no they wouldn't, would they? Either way, I throw on some clothes and race to pack up what I need. After grabbing a quick breakfast, I hop on my bike and drive to the train station. I haven't been back here since my arrival to Isokazi. It's exactly the same as I remember it. People bustle back and forth and the whole station is blanketed with the buzz of conversations. For some reason, the familiarity is comforting. I purchase my ticket and find Kairi, Maya, Valerie, and Yuyuna are already waiting on the platform.
Kairi, Mayu, Valerie, and Yuna. Paladin. Kairi, Mayu, Valerie, and Yuna. They're
Kevin
so
McKevin,
cute! Kevin McKevin, hey.
Yuyuna and Valerie wave as I approach while Mayu smiles and Kairi nods in greeting.
You made it.
Kevin McKevin, so did you. I glance around us. Kevin McKevin, where's Shao?
Running late, like usual.
He'll be here.
Kevin McKevin, I hope so. He has all our tickets.
Didn't we just buy our ticket?
Self-voicing disabled.
Yeah.
We just
bought our ticket. Hooray for continuity errors.
Okay, well.
Carrying Mayo, Youth, and
We have our
Kevin.
tickets to the actual hot spring.
He does have our tickets to the hot springs. Kaori gives me a look. I mean, of course he'll be here. She crosses her arms, but otherwise falls silent. Even Yuna looks worried as she checks the time. But we've still got a few minutes before the train comes. As the seconds tick by, even I'm beginning to lose hope. Thankfully, Sho soon appears.
Hey guys, ready to get our heat on?
He's pretty cute. He's got like a generic, like he's got green cargo shorts and like a tan t-shirt on. We stare at Sho.
That came out wrong.
We are staring at Sho. Because he said, are you ready to get your heat on? Yeah. He looks around, a wide grin on his face.
Awesome, the gang's all here.
The laborious roar of engines is heard before the train is sighted. Sho points to the approaching train.
Just in time too, because here's the train.
Squat in the webcam? I'm not squatting in the webcam. If this is not entertaining for you, go to my other full streams channel and watch me playing Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening, the very first video game I ever played.
You were cutting it really close, Joe.
I'm right on time.
Everyone quiets down as we get ready. So boring. Then leave. You're not required to be here. If I'm not entertaining, then leave.
Sorry, bud.
That's how this whole thing works. Why do you think I only ever have like 3 viewers at a time? Because I'm boring. Do not give me orders. Hold on, I'm not giving you orders, Paranoia. I'm giving orders to Venomous Pup because he's bored. You show up to the stream and have a good time like a regular viewer should. That's why you're a mod. Super cool dude. I need to make you mod status on the Discord as well. I forgot about that.
I'm finally a mod on Discord.
You're an admin on Discord.
I'm important.
Admins are a step above mods.
I was not even a mod in the previous one, and I've been streaming with him since 3.5 years now.
Has it really been that long?
Yeah, we were streaming together for like a
When was
year
Paper
before
Mario?
I finally told.
When was Paper Mario? We're about to look this up. When was
He's
Paper
looking it
Mario?
up.
Just timed him out for 300 seconds?
Perfect.
That's too long, dude. That's rude.
Too late now. He already did it.
That's rude. I mean, I gave him the mod power so he can make the call, but simultaneously, like... Let's see here. When was my other stream?
You need to make the meme page again so that people can see what you're doing.
I mean, I could just do this. Why is that? Oh,
There we
it is.
go. Yay. Cool.
So this is my
We're
YouTube.
doing a lot of scrolling.
Well, actually, hold on.
Say-
I could probably do this faster just by going to playlists.
Probably.
I haven't made a playlist in a long time.
I really haven't.
The last playlist I made was for Moonlighter.
That was forever ago.
Was forever ago. Let's see here.
Paper Mario and the 1,000-Year Door.
Not 1,000-Year Door. We need the original Paper Mario.
Oh, okay.
The original Paper Mario, way back here, as it were. The very first episode was posted in 2016. November 7th, 2016.
So almost 3 years.
Almost 3 years. At the beginning of November. Oh, look. Streamception.
Oh.
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 Uh-oh.
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 Oh, snap.
Now we're on display capture, but if I turn display capture off, we're still on game capture.
Hey.
When we arrive, we step off the train and stretch our legs. There's a beautiful hotel in the distance, and the hot springs are tucked in the mountains behind it.
All right, here we are safe and sound. Let's go check in first.
Sho leads the way to the hotel, and we trail behind, enjoying the scenery. I breathe in deeply, letting the crisp mountain air fill my lungs. You know, it's a weird thought, because before I did Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening, which was about 3 years ago, because it was the one I did before Paper Mario, I used to do a pretty regular Let's Play upload 6 years ago, and then I stopped being consistent with it for several years.
Yeah.
And then for the first year of college, I barely did any Let's Plays at all. I basically just played video games and that was it.
Yeah.
Second year of college, still kind of whatever. Then I took my semester off. And when I came back, as I was coming back, I was like, you know what? I've been doing so much, like I've been away from this for too long. I've done some streams here and there, but I'm not consistent enough. I'm going to consistently upload live streams again. And that's when I started doing it again, which was 3 years ago. Time flies. It's kind of weird how I've been doing consistent, like, you know, basically almost every single week without stop.
Until I make
streaming.
it stop.
But even then, that's like different because
it's like maybe a week at a time.
But I'm still significantly more consistent. I'm talking about like it used to be like 4 or 5 months between streams.
Really?
I would do a stream of a game that I've been playing, and then it would go back to being like 4 or 5 months. Yeah, dark. And it's like no wonder that I didn't have any, you know, consistent viewers. In the past couple of years, I have gained more and more consistent viewers because I've been continuously streaming.
That's why I e-girl dance on TikTok every day. So I was slowly gaining like a couple of followers every week, and then I posted a video of me in Balefire, and then it skyrocketed to almost 200 followers in the last 4 days.
So now you have to do the Moa Moshinderyu. That video. You need to do that, but with Balefire.
I already did it. Remember?
Again.
Okay.
But with him wearing a silly hat.
He doesn't wear things.
Make him.
I've tried. He bites me.
I need to get one of those red.
This is from today.
I need to get one of those Marshall's red hoodie sweaters for Pixel.
Please do.
You know the one that I'm talking about?
Yes, they're adorable.
We enter the hotel, and the front desk agent gives us the keys to our rooms. Valerie and Yuna are bunking together, while Kaori and Mayu share a room. Obviously, that leaves Sho and I to share the last room. The girls disappear into their rooms, but not before agreeing to meet right outside the hotel in 10 minutes. Why you do this? Welcome back to the world of the living, Venomous Pup. Let that be known as a show of force. I actually have a moderator in stream now. He immediately flops onto the bed closest to the window. To the wall. To the sweat drop. That is a fancy hotel for a hot springs. I was expecting like rice mat floor and futons.
Right?
That's my bed. That's my line.
What did he say to us?
He said, I claim this bed.
I claim this bed.
So cute.
I'll take the other bed, or that's my bed.
Heads, tails.
Heads, tails.
Uh-huh.
Here we go. Heads. I'll take the other bed. I don't like that result. I would have preferred the antagonistic choice here.
Well, you haven't used your reroll yet, and we are an hour and
That's
43
right.
minutes in.
I haven't used my reroll. I'm using it here.
All right.
Reroll.
Still heads, tails.
And because that's right, I used my veto, didn't I?
Yes.
I haven't used my reroll. Paranoia's veto is.
I've used everything.
You've used No. Have you used your veto?
Yes.
You used your veto.
I vetoed Paranoia's roll.
Right. You vetoed Paranoia's roll.
I mean, I'll take another one if you want to give it to me.
No, 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 no. Thank you for being honest. Your honesty gets you nothing. Because that's how the real world works. It's a tough life being a lawful good boy. But anyway, reroll.
I don't know. I flinch at everything, remember?
Tails! Hey! That's my bed. The only person in chat who has a reroll is Venomous Pup at this point, I think.
And he's probably mad at you.
I didn't time him out. My
That's
moderator
fair.
did.
That's fair.
Now, granted, I did give the moderator that power, but shove straws into Sonic's nose and fart sulfuric acid into his nose and then suffocate you.
Suffocate us? After farting into Sonic?
Didn't you know, Megan? Gotta go fast. I called you by your real name, CPQ.
It's okay.
Gotta go
It
fast.
happens.
Gotta go fast.
Alright, so that's my bed.
So that's my bed. That's my horse.
My money.
Do you remember That's My Horse?
No?
It was a Ed, Edd and Eddy thing.
Oh.
It's a
I don't remember it.
It
though.
is one of Rolf's
That
old
doesn't surprise me.
is because you're inside Sonic Brain. It's because Sonic has me on his brain all the time. Because I gave him that good fuck, you know what I mean? You ever wonder what Sonic's feet look like? Alright, let's say that's my bed. Next time you're getting banned. Why do you just jump on my bed?
You can't have this bed. I claimed it.
Not solemnly, my face grave. There's only one way to settle this.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
Hello,
I won't go easy on
Fi!
you.
Best 2 out of 3.
Right.
We both hold up fists in position for rock, paper, scissors.
Are they trying to see who's sleeping next to the... I guarantee you it's who's sleeping next to the window.
John, Ken, Pone.
Hey, they did the thing. John Campone.
Hey.
Alabama is only an idea which Sonic created. That one's okay, Paranoia. You can leave that one up for now.
Sonic is a vengeful god.
Sonic is a vengeful god. I throw out paper and Show throws out rock.
And it's been like 100 degrees for the last week.
That bed is as good as mine.
It's not over yet.
We get into position again.
John, Ken, Pone.
John Campone. Time Show throws out a rock and I throw out scissors.
You won't take that bed away from me so easily.
This is so
Mad as
intense.
hell.
We'll see. We're both tied 1-1, and the last round will determine the winner. We ready ourselves one last time.
John, Ken, Pone.
John Ken
Oh
Pone.
my god. Ah! Quick, quick!
Paper. Damn it! I lost. I was so close. Show grins.
What, didn't I tell you that I was the John Ken Pone champ back in high school?
You had way too much time on your hands.
Says the guy who lost.
Joe flops back down onto the bed while I set my bag onto mine. Once we've had a chance to rest and put down our things, we head down into the lobby. Okay. You send me your Snapchat and let's private message. I see you later, Venomous Pup. I don't use Snapchat.
I think he was talking to Venom, to DJ, Paranormal DJ. Who boy?
Who boy?
Who boy?
No, Who boy is my dad's old friend from high school. Did I not tell you about him?
No.
Oh, by the way, we are show. We are show. We are farmers. Bum ba dum bum 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 bum. But I'm moving our faces. You did. You're lining your chin up with his. That's a little bit weird.
No! Paladin!
Were you about to start making kissy faces and shit? Huh? Fine, fine. And then the reveal. Ugh. All right, we're done.
No!
Once we've had a chance to rest and put down our things, we head down into the lobby and wait outside. The girls trickle in a few minutes later.
So cute.
All still wearing the same clothing they were before. Should we go for a soak now?
We want to save that for tonight. Trust me, it's way more relaxing at the end of the day.
Instead, we're going to go hiking. Right, I need to be up here now. We're in the top left, not the top right. We're cutting off Yuna's head, not Sho's. What should we do instead? You're just gonna be Sho's forehead, or Yuna's forehead. Hold on. Up a little bit more. Up a little bit more. Up a little bit more. She has 4 eyes. 4. What are we doing with our lives?
I don't fucking know, but we're really stupid. Wow,
Show
my
pulls out a
forehead
ticket
is so greasy. I'm so shiny.
What about...
My used voice trails off. What about what?
What if we toured the gardens?
That sounds like a grand time.
New to this mod thing, I'll need to figure out which is okay to leave up or timeout/ban. It takes a while. It's definitely a thing. What I would focus on is
Spoilers.
Spoilers obviously immediately get banned.
Maybe not banned, but definitely timed out and deleted.
A timeout automatically deletes.
Oh.
Well, it doesn't delete on our thing, which is kind of sad. I don't think there's any way to immediately delete from our video list, because a timeout would have gotten rid of all of Paranoia's original messages during the timeout period, or like anytime before the timeout period. Venomous Pup, that's what I meant.
These girls are so cute. Why is nobody smiling?
Valerie's kind of smiling.
Like their
and
resting
so is
face is
Yuna's
so
kind
sad.
of smiling.
But like most of their resting faces are just so unhappy.
Also, with this many characters on screen, the blinking is very palpable.
It is.
Timeouts are usually better than bans, and I would usually try to set the timeout period for
60 seconds.
60 seconds is a good timeout period. Timeouts are generally speaking better than bans. If somebody, I would go on a 3-strike system. If somebody gets timed out twice and they're still acting up, then they get banned. But yeah, timeouts are generally speaking better than bans, because if somebody gets timed out, 9 times out of 10 they'll recognize that they did something wrong without actively stepping away from the video. They might want to continue to chat after that. But a full-on ban stops them from watching the video, I think.
It probably does.
I don't think it stops them from watching the video. It definitely stops them from interacting.
They look really pretty.
Oh, yay!
A discounted price for the tours too, since we already have tickets to the hot springs.
Valerie jumps excitedly.
Let's do it then.
Valerie might actually be my favorite girl of the group. I say that specifically because obviously Sho is the best character, period.
Yeah. And we can't take Mayu.
Don't just run off like that.
There wasn't a setting for how long the timeout is for. I think if you type in /timeout in the time, but otherwise you can always just time somebody back in.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
We'll figure it out.
It's a tough thing to do. If it's something that you're not 100% sure on, you can always ask me and I can do my best. We're kind of learning together. I've never actually had an active mod in my chat before.
So here's my thing.
I've modded people before, but nobody's ever actually used their mod status for anything important.
It has nothing to do with mods, but here's my thing.
Mm-hmm.
So Sho and Mayu, obviously a thing, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
And you really like Valerie. However, I kind of ship Valerie with Cowrie.
But Cowrie has her boy.
Nope.
You don't like Cowrie's boy?
I like him, but he's not part of the main cast, so he doesn't count.
He had a portrait.
He doesn't count.
I think a portrait counts.
Well, that means we're dating our uncle.
We're
What about
dating
our
our
sister?
uncle?
Or our sister.
No, but I'm saying, like, because our uncle also has a dating interest, it's our aunt. And our younger sister has a dating interest, it's that boy.
That's fair.
Who was definitely an actual person in the CG.
Mm-hmm.
So that means that
So
people
that-
who have physical faces can actually be dateable options for any character.
That's fair. Oh man, that leaves Valerie to be shipped with Una, which means leaving us with May.
I don't know. Una and May probably would work out better.
That's fair.
And then we end up with Valerie.
You just want to end up with Valerie.
I do want to end up with Valerie. Cowrie takes off after her as the rest of us scramble to catch up. Luckily, we arrive right before the next scheduled tour, and we are able to secure a spot with the group. The tour guide leads us on a gravel path and speaks non-stop about the history of the garden and each plant that we see. I listen intently as we talk about the original lord who commissioned the garden as a way of showing off his status and wealth. I remember learning about this same guy in our foreign international bridging class, so it's extra cool to be standing in his garden. The guide's lecture on each plant that we pass is far less engaging, though, and my attention wanes. I survey the flowers and the trees around me. Bright petals of colors sway gently in the breeze, and a few of them float towards our feet. Wonder how they keep this place so green at this time of year. It is like mid-October, or it's actually like, isn't it closer towards like November, December? Because we already had Halloween.
You right.
As I glance around the group, everyone seems to be focused on the greenery around us, except for Sho, who seems to be focused on a perky hard body in a separate guide group further down the path. Stay the course, Sho. You've got Mayu. Enjoying the view? Sho snaps back to reality. Yup, there goes gravity.
They say that a lot.
We had to have it at least once in the stream.
You know it, Broseph. It's beautiful.
What? Excuse me?
So like I said, my speakers might kind of be giving out. They heard it perfectly fine there. But to understand what we just heard, imagine plugging your ears and somebody saying something from across the room. That's about what it sounded like.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, the garden's nice too. Sho pauses, then looks embarrassed.
It's like that obvious?
It's so, like, what? Why is it doing this? Only if you consider openly staring obvious.
Well, what do you think of her? Cute, right?
You have a girlfriend.
So bad.
I'm so upset.
The sound is so messed up.
It's gotta be him because the music sounds fine.
That's also weird. Like, why would it just be his voice that sounds wrong here? Hell yeah, or not my type.
Tails heads.
Tails. Hell yeah.
Everyone's out of everything, aren't they?
I believe so.
That's okay.
Or as
like
my
2
friends,
minutes left.
or as my friends say, oh hell yeah. I have pretty cool friends.
You do. They're fun.
I certainly don't blame you for staring. Sho chuckles nervously.
Let's not focus so much on me staring at her.
I really
hate it so much.
I almost wonder, like, I'm gonna watch this video
I
back
just want
later
you to know.
and see.
I just want you to know. This is what the girls hear.
Wah 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 wah. Some fucking Charlie Brown character.
We should go talk to her.
I'm not sure Mayu would appreciate you doing that.
Not for me, for you.
What?
I'm going to wingman for you. It'll be a thank you for all those times you helped me out.
I don't know if we can actually hear his voice or not. It's like on another plane of existence. Are you looking it up?
Mm-hmm.
His voice is on another plane of existence during this entire scene. There wasn't a set. Oh, all right. That's really not necessary. My protests fall on deaf ears as
I'm sorry. No, they can hear.
No, they can hear him perfectly
They can hear him fine.
They can hear him perfectly fine. We're the only ones that can't. It's because of my fucked up speakers.
Oh, no, I hear nothing.
What are you doing?
Taking a shortcut. We can't catch up to them by hanging around the group.
I don't know why that works, but it does. But the problem was that his voice wasn't on when I did it last time, so it didn't, like, activate his voice. Smart thinking.
I know.
It's back.
It's back. It's snapped back to reality.
Oop, there goes gravity.
I should probably learn the rest of that song, considering how much I quote those two lines.
That's fair.
Whoa!
He fails. Oh, hold on, all right. We pass our own group before hopping back on the path. I step back to with no incident, but Sho trips and waves his arms wildly to balance himself. He fails to keep his balance, but before he can faceplant on the hard gravel, I step in and catch him. As I continue to hold him, Sho looks at me with admiration in his eyes.
You saved me, Broseph.
Oh,
Bow,
man.
bow, wow,
Oh,
bow,
man.
down a bow, bow. Would you have? You would have done the same for me. Suddenly, a croaky voice yells out. Everyone around us freezes. As we turn towards the voice, we see an old Japanese man waving his cane angrily in the air. Sho quickly removes himself from my arms and holds up his hands defensively.
Hey, it's not what you think!
Yeah, I like girls. We are boyfriend and boyfriend, or mind your own business. Oh please, middle, bottom, top. No, I didn't want that one. I wanted either other one.
Or we could end the stream right here.
We could end the stream here. We're literally at the 2-hour mark.
We are.
You know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end it right here, right now, so that I can re-roll this bullshit whenever we get to the next one. Anyway, thank you everybody who came out to today's stream. I've been Paladin Null. This has been Megumin Cosplay, otherwise
Hi.
known as CPQ.
Hi.
This has been Let Us Please Kiss Show the video game, otherwise known as Ace Academy. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. And as always, squelch.
The fuck is Ace Academy?
Bye-bye.